Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of B schools in India. We've already discussed the top 10 B schools. Now we will be discussing the AAA plus category B schools categorization as per Time Education. Now, see, quick review of how to. Hello, just a minute. Just give me 2 minutes. Uh, Slides not changing when we go live. Francis. So we have a quick review of the top 10 also. Just I'll give you the list and then we will focus on the next 10 AAA plus category schools that are there. And in the categorization, what happens is that there are certain parameters that we take care of. Uh, Nothing happening. Francis? Mute. Hello again, everyone, to the to this new session on B schools in India, the AAA plus category. We've discussed the top 10 in detail in the last session. We'll have a quick look at those 10 again. Yes, just as a recap. And we will also have a look at the parameters that we use for the categorization, right? So there are so many B schools across India, right? So how do we choose? So we've been preparing for the best, right? So we need to know that on what basis they are considered to be the best, what are the parameters, what are the things that we should be looking at when we are, talking about this, whether we should be applying to this school, that school, or, we should be applying to a number of schools, yes. But when it comes to choosing, yes, when you have a number of them on your tray that, all right, I've been called for this, I've converted this call, I've converted this call, then where to go? So, this categorization helps a lot. Now, there is, obviously know that brand helps a lot, right? So there are B schools that have been there for many, many years. So they have rich legacy in terms of pedagogy, in terms of the alumni network that they have. And there are some B schools that are very good, considered to be extremely good at a regional level, right? Some have got national and global what will you say, the advantage that they have because of the brand that they carry, right? uh, Over the years the B schools also have been evolving, and they have been adding a number of plus points, you can say, yes, to their list. So there are some things that we'll consider. The student first considers the ROI. That's what I've seen. Like the first thing that they see is that, okay, what is the placement like? What am I going to get? What is the average placement over there? What is the mean over there? So that is one thing. Yes, sure. I mean, all of us are working for that. But apart from that, there are other points that you should consider, right? So brand matters. Yes, my dear, brand matters, right? That is why in the top 10 you will see that so many of them were the IIMs, the Black Eye, then the list we'll see again, right? There was XLRI, there were other colleges too. So the eminence of the college, how well known it is, that matters because in the industry also, then it carries a heavy weight. And that then translates into good placements, and not just good placements, it also translates into a very good industry interface wherein you as a student learn a lot, right? So certain parameters that are considered, the programs offered, obviously. The main programs that are offered are generally, the GMP programs, the general management programs that are there. Why many students prefer this is that that gives them an easy transition into another industry, another vertical that maybe they may be looking at. Yes. Otherwise, also for freshers, also then they get to know the various specializations that are there, and then they're able to decide based on their interest and the kind of career that they're looking at, they can decide on the type of electives that they take in the second year. But yes, there are some students and there are certain colleges that already have specializations and they want you to choose the specialization right from the beginning. Right. So we will be seeing those kind of colleges too. Then yes, placement, as I said, placement is a big thing. Now, when I talk about ROI, when you do not think that okay, the fees is this much, so I need to be getting four times that, five times that, during my placement. It's not like that. It's the long term thing that we are looking at. Yes, remember that the long term. So you're not looking at something that is short term. That is just that immediate satisfaction that you get. Yes. Age and image of the institute. With like if it is an older institute, then there you have a vast alumni network. Quality of students. Now, if the college admits students at a higher cutoff, yes, then your peer group over there is also going to be very good. And there's a lot of peer learning that happens. The kind of teaching pedagogy that is there in the B schools is very different from what you've been going through in your general, normal graduation that has been there, right? And the fee is there. Yes, that is one point, but not a big point because um, you get easy loans at lower interest, yes, from the banks. And the banks, they're very happy to lend you that money, and the whole process is done very quickly. And the kind of CTC that you get, you're able to pay off those loans pretty easily, right? Alumni network, faculty, yes. Now, faculty, obviously, we will assume that the faculty in all of these top institutes is going to be very good, and they are. They are. They are into various research works that are there. A number of them are on various government committees working for the betterment, the growth of the country also in various ways. So they have research papers, they have a long standing teaching experience, yes. Then location. Now, location to some extent, yes, because see, if there's a college that is there near a metro or in a metro, then it becomes easier for the companies to come in whether it is for the summer placements or whether it is across the normal placements also. But now that we've seen after COVID when things go online in various ways, so that is not such a big problem. And if the college is a big college, then the companies do come in, right? Infrastructure, uh, there are various points to consider in infrastructure. Now, if I say that, okay, I want to go to a college which has got a big campus and very scenic campus, and so that's good, that's nice. I mean, that will be a very nice experience over there. But at the same time, the other infrastructure that is there, whether in terms of library, in terms of the Wi-Fi connectivity that you have, and various other, the clubs that are there, various other things that are there, they become more important, right? So based on that, we will have a look at various other colleges that are there. Now, if you see here, uh, all right. So, so there's some glitch over here that the slide doesn't move. So let me try again. So just bear with me for a minute. All right. So as we see, when in terms of faculty, we are looking at at colleges which have got a good mix of full-time as well as visiting faculty, right? Good qualifications, good background, uh, a strong alumni group that is there. Yes, a very well-knit group. And alumni, they help in various ways. Uh, you can reach out to them. That's a strong bond that they have. Now, how does time rate all these colleges? So we take inputs from various students across the country, and these inputs are then, these ratings are reviewed every year, right? So what we give you, the ratings that we give you, we want to give you a proper rating based on all the parameters that we have just discussed. So this was the top 10 that we had gone through last time. So if you were there, very good. If you were not there, you can have a quick look. FMS, IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, Indore, Kozhikode, Lucknow. Then you have IIT Mumbai. Then there is SPJN Institute. Then there is XLRI, right? So we've discussed all of them last time. We move on to the AAA plus colleges. Now these colleges are also very high ranked. Yes, they have a very good pedagogy, and they have 100% placements. These are listed, they're listed in any order. Yes, you cannot say that the one that is written, that the top one is the best one, or written in just a random order, right? So the first one that we will look at is Department of Management Studies, that is at IIT Delhi. Then we have the IFT, the New Delhi campus and the Kolkata campus. Then there is IIM Mumbai, which was the 21st IIM. Jamnalal Bajaj Institute in Mumbai. There's MDI Gurgaon, Narsi Monji Mumbai campus. IIM Shillong, SCMHRD, SIBM, and TIS. Now, when you look at the Department of Management Studies, IIT Delhi, now they have the full course that they have, that is MBA full time. That is a 2 year course. They have another course, MBA Telecom, that is also a 2 year course, but that is a specialization, a sectoral one, right? Their intake is 91. Intake changes. Now, this is as per last year. It can change this year. Most of the times, the intake increases. So that's good for you. And they consider the overall cutoff for CAT. And when you look at the cohort, so the cohort is a mix of freshers, that is students with no work experience, as well as students having work ex of 12 months, 30 months, 32 months, up to 60 months also. And so that's a very wide range, yes, a very diverse peer group that you will see over there, right? When you look at the college in greater detail, candidates with minimum 60% marks, you need to have a first division in your graduation to apply, right? And the general percentile, generally 95 percentile overall, but depends on the candidates who are applying. Yes, the percentile, the average cutoff may go up also, and they have the normal reservation category that is there. And the average salary for 2024 was 23.4 lakhs as per the college statistics given. Then when we come to IIFT, Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. Now earlier they used to have their own exam. Yes, they had their own exam. Last couple of years back, they shifted to taking CAT as the cutoff. They don't have their own exam anymore now. So they have two campuses, New Delhi and Kolkata. Actually, they have a third campus also, that's in Kakinada. But that third campus is mainly for their IPM course. The New Delhi and Kolkata campus, both of them have got the core MBA program in international business, IB, and they have 240 seats each. The Delhi campus has got MBA in business analytics also. The interesting thing is that both the colleges have common placement. Yes. So, yes, they consider the CAT percentile as their cutoff, and it is quite high. It is also 95 plus, then actually close to 97 we can say. The whole process that is there, they have a GD, they have PI, they also consider educational diversity, gender diversity, work experience, as do most of the colleges now, right? So intake has increased. It is not 220 anymore, it's 240, around 97 percentile. And the placement is done together, which is a good thing, because nobody then should consider that, okay, Kolkata is ranked lower or Delhi is ranked higher. It's not like that. Fine. So this is the difference that you see. Similar, almost everything is similar. Yes, the fees and everything is similar for the two campuses, Kolkata as well as New Delhi, the IFT campus. Then you come to Indian Institute of Management, Mumbai. Now, earlier this college was NITI. Now, NITI was considered to be a very good college for operations and supply chain. And the thing was that they had intake only for engineers earlier. But now that is not the case. Yes, non-engineers, yes, can also be applying there. Uh, they have a collaboration with MIT and Kellogg's, so that is another plus point that they have. And they have different courses that are there. That is the 2-year MBA course, the 2-year SM, that is sustainability management course. Then they have operations and supply chain, eligibility being different for the others. The operations and supply chain, the course that is there, yes, that's also a full-time course. And the eligibility is that you need to have, an MSc in mathematics or statistics or a dual degree in maths or computing, bachelor of, it's a BTech, a 4 years course that you need to be doing. So there are different eligibility criterias. When you apply, please check carefully whether you are fulfilling that eligibility or not before you apply for that particular course. And as I've been stating earlier also, the general BM course is the best course to apply everywhere. Whenever you are not very sure about any a particular specialization, or then you must focus on the general BM course that is there, right? Then if you see Mumbai being the financial capital of the country, so to say, has got certain advantages when it comes to um, the whether I say placement or whether I say the summer placements that are there. So that is one advantage that they have. But as I said, if the brand is good, the college is good anywhere, right? So, and in any college that you go to, top 10, AAA plus, you have to be sure that, okay, once you've got into the college, there's a lot of effort required to do that, right? There's a CAT percentile, there's a second stage of whether it is GD or PI or VAT, everything together. Once you're in the college, yes, you have to be sure that you are in the top rankers or top percentile of the class. Then your placement would be much better than just the average placement. That's common sense, right? So that is another thing that you have to take care of. Yes, they have reservation policy. The fees will also can also change. The intake can also change. Yes, so keep that in mind. Then there is Jamna Lal Bajaj Institute of Management Studies, JBIMS, a premier college. It's there in Mumbai. Now, one thing about JBIMS is that they have a number of seats reserved for people who are from Maharashtra, the Maharashtra domicile. So that is the reason why a number of outstate candidates, yes, they don't apply also many times and they stand less chances also, right? But yes, the intake is through mainly through the Maharashtra CET that is there. And in CAT also, the percentile has to be really high. It's a very good college. Yes, they have MMS. Yes, no, what is MMS? That is Master of Management Studies is the course, but they are all equivalent to MBA courses, right? So MMS is Master of Management Studies. Then they have MHRD in Human Resources. Then they have an MSc in Finance also, right? So different programs that are there and different intakes also. For MMS, that's their main course. They have intake of 150 to 160 students. There's 30 for MHRD and 40 for MSc Finance. Now, this particular college is in the heart of Mumbai and much sought after college, much sought after. And you have to be uh, almost 100 percentile to be, getting a seat there, right? So they consider your CET or as well as, your profile also is considered. They also consider your, the marks that you get in your VAT and in your GD and finally the PI, right? So AAA plus category, MMS, the number of The intake, yes, can be through various exams, the main one being Maharashtra CET as well as CAT. And then there are other exams also, right? And 26.12 was their average CTC for 2024. The reservation policy applies here too. We come to MDI. Now, MDI Gurugram, right? There's MDI Murshidabad also, and the application for both is the same form, right? But MDI Gurgaon is ranked much, much higher than MDI Murshidabad. You have to keep that in mind. The main program in MDI Gurgaon is also PGDM, the core program that is there. Then they have business analytics also. There is human resources management also, and international business also. The intake is 240. The Then they do consider sectional as well as overall cutoffs for CAT. And the CAT cutoffs are quite high. They consider the kind of weightage that they give to the CAT percentile is quite high. So, yes, you have to keep that also in mind. Having said all of this, see, as last time also, as I told you that, yes, good to know about all these colleges and you should know and you should have, you should be ambitious, you should be having certain goals, certain colleges that you want to get into, and you should then be working towards it, right? So give all your best to the CAT exam and work in a smart manner to be able to do much better than what you're doing now. Plug all the gaps. That is what we've been talking about earlier too. So MDI Gurgaon, if you see, the weightage that they give to the CAT score is 70%. And like all the colleges, some percentage is given for your 10th. How much have you scored in your 10th, your 12th, your graduation? Yes, there is academic diversity, then gender diversity, work experience. These are the common features that almost all the colleges are now looking at. And some of the colleges have even started looking at the kind of work experience that you have, the quality of work experience that you have, not just the duration, right? So then, yes, then there's regional diversity. Last time also we spoke about geographical diversity. So there is some colleges will consider your exceptional performance in some sports, some extracurricular activities. So all those things are also considered. In fact, some colleges, like last time we saw SP Jain, yes, gives profile-based calls also. The two lists are there that we discussed. So here, MDI doesn't give a separate call, yes, for profile-based, but it does consider your profile also. So overall 90 percentile. Though we don't see most of the times, what we have seen is that it's much higher than 90 percentile. As I said, the cutoffs that they have does not mean that if you've got that cutoff that you will be able to get a call from there. The list that is there, yes, where there the overall percentiles and the sectional percentiles are much higher. But yes, if you don't fulfill that minimum criteria, then no chances of a call, right? So, and they don't have any reservation policy there. Now compare the Gurgaon campus to the Murshidabad campus. Now, if you see the intake over here is different. At the same time, look at the cutoffs that are so very different. Not just the cutoffs, even the average salary that is there. So do not confuse MDI Gurugram with MDI Murshidabad. Then another big name that is there on a regional level, really, really big, and that is Narsi Monji, that is NMIMS Mumbai campus. They have various campuses, a number of campuses, in fact, and they have many courses that are there. But again, the highlighted one over here, the main course, the MBA course, is the main course that they have. They have an MBA in HR, in business analytics, in pharma, digital transformation, healthcare, real estate, entrepreneurship and family business, you name it. And they have various campuses, as I said. Navi Mumbai is not to be confused with the Mumbai campus. The Mumbai campus is the main campus that all of you will be looking at when it comes to the AAA plus category of colleges, right after the top 10. They have campuses in Bangalore, Navi Mumbai, Hyderabad, Indore. They have certain other campuses which are then mainly specifically for their IPM course. So that's a different thing altogether. And yes, they also have sectional cutoffs. They also have the overall cutoff, and the intake is not through your CAT percentile. You will have to take the NMAT exam if you want to get into any of the Narsimonji campuses that are there, right? The NMAT exam, you would be knowing about that. Many of you must have already filled the forms. Now, let me tell you something about the NMAT exam. One, it is slightly different from the CAT exam. That it is, if you can see over here, there's language skills, quantitative skills, logical reasoning. Quite similar over there, right? But the type of questions that are there and the number of questions, if you see, much more, and you have to work much faster. It's a computer adaptive exam. Yes. So you have to be sure that you are not making mistakes with the easy questions that are there. Right. So, and another interesting thing is that you can choose the order of your exam for the three sections. And you can take the exam again also if you want to improve your score. As soon as you finish the exam, you will get your score. And based on that, you can decide to take another shot at the exam. So there, so this is different, slightly different. And the type of questions also that are there, the kind of preparation is slightly different from CAT. Everything that is there in CAT, yes, here also, yes. Then some extra questions, different types of questions can also be there. So we have prepared you for everything, everything, all types of questions in all the exams across, right? So look at all the campuses that are there. So in Mumbai, you have your MBA, MBA HR, the cutoffs. So 234. Generally, what we've seen is that 240 plus, and you're comfortable. And overall marks 240 plus, you're comfortable. But then again, there is sectional cutoff also for the three sections. So it cannot be that in one section you're doing extremely well, in the other section not meeting the cutoff. So HR, then Mumbai Business Analytics, slightly lower cutoff. Bangalore, yes, lower. Navi Mumbai, similar to Bangalore. Then there's Hyderabad and Indore on the same plane. The cutoffs every year, what we've been seeing is that they have been going higher. Earlier 220 would be like, yes, you'll be happy that you'll get a uh, call from Mumbai, but now that is not the case. So you should be aiming for 240 plus. I will take the questions at the end. Right. So if you see the cutoffs over here, the QS 70, LS 76, LR 71, overall 232. Now that has gone up, and it is expected to go up again. Another interesting thing about the NMIMS campuses is that they have a reservation policy for girls. Yes. So extra weightage given to girls. Uh, During the process also, they ask you to write SOPs. Fine. So yes, different kind of weightage is given to different types of groups of candidates, we can say, right? And if you look at the average salary, 25.13, very good. Then you have IIM Shillong. Now, IIM Shillong, also known as Rajiv Gandhi Indian Institute of Management, their PGP program, it takes the CAT score, and their intake is 383. And obviously, yes, it will be considering the sectional cutoff as well as the overall cutoff. Both of them will be considered. Now, very interesting. Now, not all the colleges are very transparent with uh, everything that is there, whether it is the batch profile, whether it is placement, but most of the top colleges are, right? So when you look at IIM Shillong, gender ratio, as we have discussed in the last session also, when we were discussing the top 10 colleges, that the number of girls qualifying has been going up, and the class has become more diverse in terms of gender also. So gender diversity for the 23-25 profile, batch profile, is say 53% female and 47% male. Yes. And you can see the work-ex also. You can see the good number of students are freshers. And it's a mix. See, freshers also 1 to 12 months also, up to 2 years. Yes, up to 3 years, and more than that too. Educational background also, yes, diverse. Engineers, people from the commerce background, science background, and other backgrounds. In your class, you will see people from, from the medicine background, law, uh, across all the fields you will see. People having different types of domain experiences also. All this adds to the peer learning that is there and gives that added advantage to your course. So I'm Shillong, entrance through CAT, right? And placement 2025, 26.44, the average salary. Then when it comes to symbiosis, no symbiosis, under the symbiosis umbrella, there are various colleges. You need to appear for SNAP. That's a different exam again, right? That is also an online exam, similar to NMAT and the other, and CAT and ZAT. All of them are online exams that are there. Now you need to apply separately for the SNAP exam, and then you need to apply to the colleges also. The SNAP exam, the focus there is more on the reasoning type of questions. So you will be able to, if you're a time student, yes, then we call all these exams OMEDs, other management entrance tests, apart from CAT, right? And you are prepared very well for all these exams too. The type of questions that are there, the number of questions, the weightage to questions, the negative marking that they carry, all these are different, whether it is uh, CAT or ZAT or NMAT or SNAP or MyCat or CMAT, any other exam that is there, right? So their main program, SCMHRD, is a very well-known college uh, in Pune, and they have MBA. You can specialize in finance, marketing, HR, operations. Yes. Then, yes, there are new courses that they keep adding. Most of the colleges, in a couple of years, you'll see that every couple of years, depending upon the requirement of the industry, right? Depending upon the requirement of the industry, the new courses are added. Now, the IDM course is the infrastructure development management course. Then BA, that is business analytics, that is there. Some of these, as I said, some of these new courses that are added may not have the same eligibility as the main program that is there. So, yes, you need to check, and then only you need to be sure that, yes, you're eligible, you apply. The intake is always the highest for the main course that is there. So, for their MBA program, it is 180. For the IDM program, it is 60. And for the MBA and BA, it is 90. And they consider the overall cutoff when it comes to the SNAP score that you get. The top colleges through the SNAP exam, one SCMHRD, yes, two then would be SIBM. We'll talk about that also. The other college also. Now, if you see the kind of placements that are there for students passing out from SCMHRD, you can see here, and the female male gender diversity also you can see over here, 7:15. So 100% placement is there for the students who are there in the top 10, the students who are there in the AAA plus, 100% placements. Then when we come to SIBM, Pune. Now SIBM also has different campuses. There's an SIBM campus in Bangalore also, but the SIBM Pune campus is considered to be the best, right? So they have, again, it's the entrance will be through the SNAP exam, and they will consider overall it has to be like close to 98 percentile in SNAP, like that, right? So MBA specializations can be marketing, finance, operations and supply chain, data analytics. Now look at the batch profile over here. Yes, weighed towards the engineers, but still you can see that management and commerce background, that is, students would be there who have done their BBA and all, right? Arts background, others, people with freshers, 39%. 39% freshers, that is no professional experience. Remember, internship is not counted as experience. It's only the full-time job that you have done after you've passed out is considered as experience everywhere, right? So you have ranging from 0 months of experience to 36 plus months of experience. So again, the cohort is diverse, and that's a good thing for everyone. That's a good thing for everyone. Placement highlights, if you have a look here. Yes, sector-wise offers that are there. Highest CTC 53.54. Median was 26.04, which is very good, excellent. Median is always slightly lower than the average CTC. But here, it's anything above. If you see the top 10, it was crossing 30, right? And for the AAA plus, you'll see that will be crossing or very close to 25 or crossing that. Then there is Tata Institute of Social Sciences. Now, TIS earlier used to have its own exam that was known as the TISNET exam. But now, last few years, they've been considering the CAT score that is there, right? So TIS is a very well-known college in terms of their course for uh, human resources management and labor relations, and also their hospital administration course. Very interesting. See, some colleges, they say PGP program, then some say PGDM, some say MBA. The main program in TIS is an MA. They grant you an MA degree, but that is considered equivalent to an MBA degree by the industry, right? So that should not be a concern to you at all. So MA in HRM and labor relations, 60 seats over there. MA in organizational development, change and leadership, that's also 2 year. Here this requires 2 years of work ex. So those who do not have 2 years of work ex cannot apply for this second course here. If you have, then you may apply. There are 35 seats. Then Master of Hospital Administration, and they have 60 seats, and they are very clear as to the criteria that they have for selecting. If you have a look, shortlisting for, yes, the weightage that they give to CAT score 97%, 3% for gender diversity. Then when it comes to, if you have a look here, the cutoffs that they have for general category 60, 60, 60 for all the three, and overall 70. But mark my words, as I've said earlier, that this is just the minimum that they consider. Just because you've got 60, 60, 60 and slightly more than 70 in the overall, you'll get a call? No. You need to do much, much better than this, right? And every college that has got reservation policy, then the cutoffs for the reserved category is slightly lower every time. OBC lower than general, yes. Then you have SC/ST lower than OBC, PWD similar to ST. Then, as I said, some colleges will have a reservation for Kashmiri migrants, some colleges will have reservations for girls. So that is aside. When you're preparing for these colleges, you do not have to keep those things in mind. What you have to keep in mind is the kind of cutoff that is required, the kind of percentile that is required, the number of students who will be targeting these colleges, and you are in competition with them. So your preparation has to be top notch, remember. In shortlisting for the hospital administration, the cutoffs are slightly different. 60, 55, 55, and then overall 60. Now, TIS, as we said, it gives you an MA degree in HRM and LR, one of the best programs in India. When it comes to HR, yes, there is XLRI HR, excellent again. Then there is SMHRD also. There are a couple of IIMs also, which are considered to be very good in terms of when it comes to specialization, sectoral programs that are there. So these were the top AAA plus colleges that we just had a look at. A synopsis of those colleges that we just saw, right? Now, what happens is that many students, they keep asking about different IITs that are there. So we have considered IIT Mumbai here, right? Now, see, if you look at the other IITs that are there, so there is IIT Kharagpur, yes, which is in the A category college, right? And overall cutoff percentile, you can see 85. Then there is IIT Madras, which is a AAA college. AAA would come just beneath the AAA plus colleges that are there. IIT Delhi is a AAA plus college that we just saw. IIT Mumbai we saw in the last session. IIT Roorkee, IIT Madras, both of them are AAA colleges. And you can see that on the basis of the percentiles also, IIT Madras has a higher percentile cutoff. Then IIT Delhi we just checked out. There's IIT Jodhpur, which is a triple B plus college. So not all the IITs will be at the same level. That you have to keep in mind. But yes, the ROI is always on the positive for them. The fee structure, as you can see, and you can compare it with the average salary also, if you see here. Then you have, when we look at the, a quick look at all the colleges that we've just seen, right? IFT Kolkata, IFT New Delhi, both similar cutoffs. Yes, quite high. Then Jamnalal Bajaj, cutoff is close to 100, you can say. Right. Then MDI Gurgaon, 90 plus. Tests also not specified, but then we've seen 95 plus only in terms of CAT. Narsi Monji, NMIMS also, as I told you earlier, that different campuses that are there. Now you have a quick comparison of different campuses here. The Mumbai campus, as we saw, is always the best campus that is there. Yes, it's in the AAA plus category. Then you have the single A, that is Bangalore campus. Then you have Hyderabad and Navi Mumbai at the same level, and then there is the Indore campus that is there, right? And you can make out from the cutoffs also and the kind of average salaries also drawn by the candidates there. And yes, in all these colleges, girls have a 30% weightage. Yes, so with that, that was the small overview that we have for all the colleges, that the next 10 colleges up after the top 10. So yes, if you have any questions, please come up with your questions. Which college is good for operations? So I'll be answering from here. So Karthik, there are a number of colleges that are good for operations, as you've just seen. Yes, so you can apply and aim for any of the top 20 colleges that we've already discussed. Apart from these colleges, like say SIOM, yes, that's a college under the Symbiosis umbrella that's there in Nasik. So there are a number of colleges that you can aim for. Any particular reason as to why you want to go only for operations? We've discussed SP Jain also last time. So, Prajwal, is this good for finance? Well, when it comes to the general MBA program, yes, so it depends on the kind of electives that you choose and the kind of summer placements and the projects that you take up, right? So, a college may not be very well known for a particular specialization, but still you can be doing good in that there. Is it good to select MBA, BA for IFT since it is a newer course? So, see, if it is a new course, there is some thought that has gone into introducing that course, right, Anubha? There is a, you know, they will not introduce, no college is going to introduce a new course on a whim. So, there must be demand in the industry for the candidates having that kind of experience. So yes, you can look at it, but generally, as I said, the general BM course should be your priority, should be your top priority. So yes, you may not know because it's the first cohort is not yet out. So you may not know, but generally the brand of the college that is there, yes, that takes care of it, and they will not want any of their courses to, yes, dip in any manner. So they take extra care. Don't worry about that. As I said, all of you, yes, prepare very well for CAT. Make sure that you do well, whether it is CAT, ZAT, SNAP, NMAT, yes, so that the dream colleges that you're looking at, they are in your reach. So, Abdul, there are a number of colleges that are considered good for marketing, the ones that we discussed today, yes, any of the top 20 colleges that you can look at. All right. So, Sovam, most of the colleges, when you look at the placement, yes, you will see that a major chunk of the placement is in the consulting domain. So, do you have any experience in the consulting background? Then that is going to help you, right? Otherwise, any of the top 20 colleges, right, Sovam? Anything else that you would like to know? I can see only these many questions here. Karthik, any particular reason for you to be choosing operations? Are you working in that field? Like if you apply to SP Gen and you give your preference as operations, and be sure to be very clear about why you have chosen that particular specialization. And how do you think, whether if you do not have any prior work in that, then how do you think that, and why do you think that it is going to be the best for you from the career point of view? Right? And IIFT also, see, when they started taking the CAT score, the first year it was like everybody was like, we don't know what is going to be their cutoff. Yes, the cutoffs are very high. Yes, once if they are taking students with high CAT percentiles, that means that their cohort is going to be really good, and that will definitely translate into good placements, right? So what do we all need to do now? Each one of you. Yes, you need to get down, put your head down, and be ready for CAT exam on the 30th of November. Yes, so go through all your tests that you have already taken. Do not miss the tests that are coming up, the AIMCATs, SAMCATs that you already have on your student homepage. Full length test, online sectional tests. They will help you understand. Even now, even if you've prepared very well, then also there'll be different types of questions that are there. The wide variety of questions that you face, that is going to help you, right? And any particular topic that you suddenly see that, okay, I thought that I was very good in this, but this particular question I'm unable to solve. So you can go back and go through the fundamentals, basics again. So the time now is to plug all the holes at the same time. The section that you are strong in, that is not to be neglected, because that is going to pull your overall percentile, right? So I hope were you guys there for the last session? The last session that we had, where we discussed the top 10 B schools in India. If you have 9 months of work ex Sovam, so that's good. See, 9 months, you will not be getting any extra weightage for that, because they consider minimum, they consider 1 year, right? All of the colleges. But you will certainly have an advantage when it comes to the interview. Not just the interview to get into the B school, but also in the class, also your contribution in various discussions, in various case studies would be invaluable. And in the placement interviews also, that is going to help. Right, Sovam? So, Ayan, I have not seen that kind of discrimination anywhere, Ayan. Any dispute regarding Muslims discrimination in TIS Mumbai? I have not heard of that. And I would definitely assume that that is not there in any of the colleges. So keep that out of your mind and do not consider these things at all. See, these B schools, the people are very intellectual. The professors that are there, yes, their whole process is to train you to be good leaders, and in the process, make sure that the kind of work output that you give when you pass out, yes, that helps in uh, the growth of the country, yes. So just and fair, no discrimination at all. Best opportunities for freshers and limitations for fresher in any particular specialization. Well, as you have seen in the last session as well as in this session, that freshers are a big chunk for any cohort that is there in any college, right? So if there was not, if the colleges did not think that there is going to be any placement for them, they would not be taking so many freshers, right? So you have no disadvantage as such. Yes, let's say somebody has been working in a particular domain, in the finance domain, and wants to then, after the MBA, yes, join in the finance domain itself. So that person will have a slight advantage there. Otherwise, the kind of profiles that are there during the placement, They are there. Most of them are open to all. All right. Yes, sir. Is that clear? So let's not get into this kind of discussion here, Neha. Do your best, and the best will come to you. Believe in that. Yes, and I also answered seriously, Aya. Yes, Vipul. So anything else that you would want to know? And you can apply for the main course, you can apply for the other courses also that are there. It's always good, and if you're prepared well, it's always good to, uh, to have a larger basket and apply to more courses. And then when you convert the calls, when you get the calls and you convert the calls, then you can sit down and, and make an Excel sheet and then see the pluses and the minuses and then decide where to go. All right? Yes, guys. Anything else? I hope your preparation is going on well and you're devoting enough time. Take some time out to freshen up also. Make sure that you are not tired every time you sit for an exam. At the same time, make sure that before the exam also, the preparation is not just one section. Yes, you should be taking all the three sections together and develop that ability to concentrate on all the three sections, different types of questions in one go. That is what is going to happen in all the exams that are there. And take as many mocks as possible and analyze them well. The analysis part is the biggest plus that you can do for yourself. Any further questions? Yes, Vipul. So I see something here. Uh, so during your college days, I led an entire operation. Okay, department for 16 months full time along with college. So you can see if they give you space for extracurricular, co-curricular activities and all, then you can mention there. Yes, but any kind of work experience, even if it was full time before you actually graduated from the college, will not get you those extra 5% in diversity and those kind of things, that extra marks that are there, right? In the total composite score which they calculate. But this experience that you've just mentioned will definitely help you when you are answering the questions during the interview. Yes, your answers would be much more mature because of the experience that you've had. Yes. So it's going to help you. See, in the CAT form, they're very clear. Experience only after you have graduated. Before that, it is not counted for extra weightage. But yes, definitely it is going to help you during the interview and during the course also for sure. Right, Vipul? So any more questions related to the courses that we've discussed today or the colleges or anything else that you would like to ask me? And be very clear that the eligibility criteria may be different for certain courses. So please check carefully. All right. If there's nothing else, then we can sign off, all of us. Good luck to all of you. Prepare well. And as I said last time, always have a positive mindset. Things are not going very well with a particular section, or in one particular exam you don't do very well, or as as you had expected. Take that as a learning. Yes, sit down and see what went wrong and correct that, so that in the next exam you do better, right? Your preparation is for the main cat and the other exams that are there. The mocks are there to help you prepare well for the main exams, right? Uh, Arunabha, so I thought I answered your query. I have 12 months full time. Okay, okay, getting you have another one. Full time work ex in consulting and a 6-month foreign internship in operations. Uh, I liked working in both the domains. Which one should be recommended? I think the consulting will give you a wider range. Yes, something that opens more opportunities. Go for that. Unless and until you are very specific. And in consulting also, you can get opportunities to go abroad with the kind of geopolitical scenario that is there. It would be more prudent to go in for something which gives you more opportunities in terms of jobs. Is that clear? Arunuba? Yes. Any more for any more? Just talking about these colleges and looking at the kind of profiles, if you check the alumni network for these colleges and the distinguished alumni and all, you get even more motivated to be there. In fact, JBIMS is known as the CEO factory because there are so many candidates who passed out from there and they become CEOs in different organizations. So there are some interesting tidbits. Ayan, yes, 799. Should I apply to SP Jain? Too many extracurriculars as well. Yeah, definitely. See, SP Jain has got two types of calls. The first list that they come out with is the profile based call, right? So depending upon that, in that, a lot of focus is there on your acad, on all the extracurricular activities that you have been a part of. But the second list that comes, that is based on your CAT percentile. So you must apply. If you're preparing well for CAT, and you must apply then. And the cutoffs are the same for both. All right. Even those who get a profile based call, if they do not clear the sectional cutoffs or the overall cutoff for SPGen, then that call is cancelled. You can definitely be a part of SPGen on the basis of your CAT percentile. Right, Ayan? Okay. Yes. Anything else that you have on your mind? Anything else? Waiting for some more questions? Otherwise, then I sign off here. All the best, everyone. Thank you. You can go through uh, the earlier video also if you missed it earlier. And if you have any further queries, do visit the www.timeforeducation.com site, or you can write to us also at info@timeforeducation.com. You can walk into the nearest time center also. All right. Thank you, everyone. Francis, you know what? The moment I was using the cursor, the pen to write, no, तब फिर वो फंस जा रहा था. Then I stopped using the pen only. Yeah. So this, yeah, just now. Yes.